Hello, welcome to I'll Play Your Game live on video. I'm Dan, and my game is Marry Fuck Kill, and we've been playing it all season. I'm going to recap last week's scores. It was a rough one. Peter won with 2.49 points. That is our lowest winning score yet.
You know, I don't even remember all my picks, but I thought I did better than that. But I thought I did okay.
You had a massive negative.
Yeah, who was that again?
That would be your fucking Justin Herbert, who...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he and his entire team completely shat the bed against the Jaguars. I think we all liked that pick when you made it. We shouldn't feel too bad about our terrible scores on this one because I looked and nearly every quarterback underperformed versus their projection. Here's the complete list of quarterbacks who beat their projection. Josh Allen, Jacoby Brissett, Dak Prescott, who Thomas fucked, Justin Fields, and then two that nobody would have picked, Bryce Young and Cam Ward. And then Brock Purdy and Jordan Love just barely beat their projections, but those were effectively a wash unless you've been married to one of them, Jordan Love, for 11 weeks and therefore got a 10-point bonus on that as well. So yeah, that's it. That is less than a third of the league meeting or beating their projections. So understandable, we had a rough week. Yeah, other than that, Peter, you did fine. Nico Collins was a good fuck, and then it was mostly just single-digit stuff. The kill of Caleb Williams was your next best play. Also good. Again, it was a good week to kill quarterbacks. We all got money on those. Thomas, second place, right behind at 2.06. Let's see. So I mentioned Prescott. The Lamar Jackson kill was also great for you.
That one felt good.
But the fuck of A.J. Brown really tanked your score. He got 1.8 points out of his projected 15.7. So yeah, not great.
You got 1.8? That's not right.
I will look at that
A.J. Brown was 7 receptions, 50 yards.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right, does it?
No.
Audit his ass. Audit his ass.
Thank you.
He's been giving us false scores all year.
This is bullshit.
You know what? This whole game's bullshit.
I want to recount.
I wonder how I got that number. I might have just slipped a line or something. Yeah, 11.9. Still falls short, but maybe I just failed to type a 1. All right, so that puts Thomas in the lead for the week. Haha.
Let's go.
22.26.
Like oh, no.
That also...
Come on.
You have moved into first place for the season in this game.
Whoa.
Wow. That made a big difference. Glad you caught me. This is why we go over this. I'm human.
All right, let's go over every single one now.
Yeah, for real. I am now wondering.
You all have access to this spreadsheet. You can check my work. The rest of these all feel pretty right. Yeah,
it's not a good
still negative points, but not by nearly as much. All right, and then I came in last once again. I put too much faith in Tua to crush my team, and that was negative 21 points. And then Ibuka and the Buccaneers just continue to look nothing like the team they were at the start of the year. So that was a bad fuck at negative 15. And Saquon didn't do me any favors either. What was my best play? Did I have one? Still being married to Jordan Love. And then... yeah, the kill of Bo Nix, which I could have done better killing just about any other quarterback in the league, but that did get me points. So, bad week for me. Let's hope I redeem myself here, but I will have to go third. Thomas, you'll get to go first.
Yeah, what's going on with you, Dan? You used to run this game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still running our fantasy football league, at least.
Crushing that one.
Yep.
All right. That was exciting news to find out early in the podcast. What's still going on? Cool. So I'll go down the line. I'm going to stay married to Mahomes, even though he is looking questionable, as well as the rest of the Chiefs team. They do not look like previous Chiefs teams, but they got 6 more games. Let's see if they can make the playoffs. They are outside looking in, which is pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
My fuck is going to sound pretty funny after Dan just completely ripped the Bucks, but I like Baker at 14.7 this week.
Against
the Rams.
Totally, dude. Totally.
Too low. Going against the team that kind of got him back on his feet after the Browns dumped him. I feel like he's going to want to put on a show in LA. My kill is going to be Daniel Jones at 19.9. Again, kind of going off what I said, this will be a similar theme, but I have to think this is the Kansas City spot, and I don't think Jones is going to be the one to beat him, especially in Arrowhead. Seems like a tough matchup. Seems like a high projection. The only thing that could probably fuck me in this spot is if he gets like a couple rushing touchdowns, which he's capable of. Yep.
That's what I was thinking about for this game, actually, dude. Now, I think that they sell out on Jonathan Taylor. They have to throw the ball. They play from behind, and Daniel Jones rips off a couple 20-plus yard runs. I could see him having like 60 rushing yards in this game.
Yep.
Which is insane, but I could see it.
No, I think they're going to need to. He's going to need to use his legs, but I'm just kind of banking on him not getting the end zone. I looked up, because I had the same thought, but I looked up how quarterbacks have been doing in Arrowhead, and Chiefs defense does come alive in Arrowhead. They don't travel well, which we saw against Denver, but I like the Chiefs D in this spot.
The Colts will be fresh coming off their bye, so I don't understand the line, the spread on DraftKings being 3.5 in Kansas City's favor. That tells me Kansas City's going to win. But as for how, I really don't know.
I think the refs will make sure that Kansas City wins.
I think 19.9 is a little high for Jones for sure. I think that's a pretty safe kill.
Mm-hmm.
I thought for sure after losing that game, we were going to see under 3 line for the Chiefs, and I was going to slam it, but nope.
Mm-hmm.
They know what's coming. The ref knows what's coming.
The refs know what's coming. They know the assignment.
Yep. All right, moving on to running backs. I am going to, I guess I got to stay married to Swift. I don't really see what else I can do here. My fuck is going to be Travion Henderson at 14.4.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about Stevenson coming back at all. I think he finally took the reins and got under the coach's favor. I don't know why it took so fucking long, but...
Ridiculous how long that took.
Dude, that marriage, I had that early. If I just stuck it out and then a little bit later, man, I could have been cleaning up.
I know.
Cross him off my list.
Yeah, he's on my list too.
Hey, you got him in the league, Dan, as you mentioned, crushing the league. Yeah. Of course, got him on the cheap, so got him at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
My running back kill is going to be Javonte Williams going against the Eagles. Eagles D is for real. Peter was completely right on that call. After they did all those trades and came out of the bye, this looks like a top 5 unit, and I think the Cowboys compete, but I don't think it's going to be on Javonte's legs.
I agree. This feels like a passing game. I feel like Dak Prescott might actually have a very good game. I wouldn't bank on it, but yeah, I think that's a safe kill for running back.
It's funny you mentioned that. I was thinking about Prescott for a kill as well, and I had the same second thought. I was like, they're going to need to throw. Pickens looks great. CD looks back. I think you get a couple touchdowns here.
By the way, what was up with the beginning of that game? Did either of you guys hear news about CD and George sitting on the sideline to start that game? They weren't in the opening series. 3 straight plays where they didn't play the opening series. And they went 3 and out. They come back in, and then obviously the offense clicks.
Huh.
I didn't clock that at all.
Yeah, it was absolutely ridiculous. And no one had any data. Like, the announcers didn't mention anything, so it might have been some weird internal conflict or something that happened.
Some in-house discipline.
Yeah.
Both needed to take a shit. We're in the locker room throughout the time the game started.
I mean, no, they were both on the sideline on 3rd down.
Just wrong.
Peaked too early.
They just looked like sad little puppies on the sideline. That was weird.
That is so strange. I would love to hear more about that. That is interesting.
Yeah.
All right, marriage. Staying married to Tyler Warren. No reason to go off that. Mr. Consistent. And then my fuck. I found this right before the podcast. I'm pretty hyped about it, but I'm going to fuck Rashid Shaheed at 7.3.
Nice.
Bounce back spot for the Seahawks offense. Yep. I think they start clicking, and we just saw him miss on a touchdown opportunity with that Forbes fingertip. Impressive defensive play, but I see that play coming down the pipeline. It looks like they're finally getting their groove, and I could see him getting a 20-point game here.
Let me just throw it out there as a teaser. He's on my touchdown list.
Oh,
No.
Good thing I'm going first because he's almost on the line.
Okay.
I want to get out of 3rd place before you start giving us your picks before we get to it.
Yeah, I'm just writing down what Peter says. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's good. No, he's literally written down his mind. But that's awesome that we're aligned there because that probably is hitting.
Mm-hmm.
And then my kill, no surprise here, I'm going to kill Justin Jefferson at 17.5. I've seen enough. I bet on Jefferson last week. I watched the full tapes. I started watching actually the condensed replays that they give you through Sunday Ticket. And I mean, McCarthy's right. This is his rookie year. I'm not trying to rip the kid to shreds, but he and Jefferson are just not on the same page. And this is not where they're going to do it. Jefferson has notoriously struggled in Green Bay against this defense. This seems like a defensive battle. 17.5 is way too high.
Yeah.
What do you think the score on that game is, if y'all had to guess?
17-20.
That's what popped in my mind as well.
In favor of Green Bay?
Yeah.
Probably.
Cool. I've got it 17-13 Minnesota.
Oh,
But it seems like we see the similar game flow, and Justin Jefferson was also on my kill list after backing him heavily last week. I do think that JJ McCarthy is going to pretty much just be an inconsistent wild card. Like he's going to have some weeks where he throws 3 touchdowns with this offense, and then weeks where he just shits the bed. Last week was a shit the bed moment. This doesn't feel like the bounce back spot.
I can see him doing some stuff with his legs. That's why I didn't kill him. And honestly, I could see this being a decent Aaron Jones game because Packers do look
Yeah.
susceptible to the run. So
Yeah.
glad we're in alignment.
Yep.
Cool.
Alright.
Okay, well, for my QB, I will remain married to Joe Flacco, even though Jamar Chase is suspended this week for spitting on Jalen Ramsey. In case y'all
I
didn't
didn't-
catch that fun
I
little
didn't spit
tidbit,
on him.
roll the tape.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got kind of a fun feeling about that game. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I do think New England comes out on top. My prediction was 31-28. So lots of points still available. I think Joe Flacco and T. Higgins make some magic. But moving on to my QB fuck, I think I'm going to fuck Sam Darnold. Only a 15.15 projection. Tennessee still sucks. That nothing has changed. Like maybe their defense is okay, but I think in a bounce back spot to try to prove to the world, that the Seahawks are legit and they just ran into the buzzsaw of the Rams. Yeah, I think there's a big bounce back potential here. So a lot of upside.
Seattle against a bad team's pretty reliable.
Mhm.
They're not
Yep.
a shit the bed sort of a team.
My QB kill is going to be, as I kind of alluded to, I'm going to kill Jordan Love.
My husband.
As I just mentioned, yep. I think that this is a defensive game. I could see the Packers scoring 20 points, but could I see them scoring much more than that? Not really. So I think that this is a safe kill at 17.42. And I just like killing Dan's husband. It's fun. Moving on to running backs, the King reestablished himself right after I took the dip in point projection. I think that this is going to be a great move for the rest of the season and catapult me into victory.
It was a good time to redo your vows.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. It was a very good time. No prenuptial necessary. My running back fuck will be, this one's sneaky, and you already alluded to Aaron Jones. I like that one a lot, but I'm going to do one sneakier just for value and fun. I'm going to fuck Alvin Kamara. Yeah. So he kind of had a middling stretch of the season where his usage was down. The whole offense was just horrific. Chuck has really brought energy into it, and Kamara got 22 carries last week. And I think that with the offense humming, he's going to continue to be a big source of it. Saints are actually favored in this game. If you guys,
Yeah.
it's like, what? That blew me away, but it actually gave me confidence because my pre-read before looking at any of the lines was New Orleans 24-23, edging out Atlanta by a point.
Sounds about right.
I think
I-
Kamara's a big reason for it.
I get it too. Kirk Cousins looks sad.
So bad.
He fell off a
So
cliff.
bad. Yeah, he became a dad real quick. He's no longer a football player. He's a dad out there getting wrecked, not processing. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to my running back kill. I'm going to kill Ashton Genty this week. I did notice that they were getting him involved in the passing game a ton, so there's some PPR risk to this. But that being said, the Cleveland Browns defense has been so solid, and the Raiders just look like they're falling apart. I'd be shocked if he has a great game. He could best this mark, but I didn't really know who else to kill, to be honest. So
And what is this, Mark?
15.28.
It did seem like running backs were hard to find for kills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on to wide receiver, I will remain married to CeeDee Lamb. No need to change there. My wide receiver fuck is going to be Rashee Rice. Piggybacking off Thomas's Patrick Mahomes pick, I don't really need to say too much more here other than they gotta have it. Rashee Rice had a bit of a down week compared to projections. I think that this is the spot. My wide receiver kill, this one was tough. I feel like one of these is going to burn me, but maybe both work. But I think I'm going to kill Trey Tucker, another Raider.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's at 9.64. I could see him having 40 yards and 3 catches, so maybe I don't make a lot here, but I don't have much higher of a projection for him. I think the Raiders might actually get handled by the Browns, even though Shedeur Sanders looked about as terrible as possible. I don't even know what to think about that first showing, honestly. It was so embarrassing. I just think that it
Historically
has to
bad.
be different. I think it has to be different because it just was that bad. It's like, if we believe that there's balance in the universe at all, he's probably due for a pick-me-up.
I mean, it sounded like he didn't think it was that bad.
That excerpt that I posted made me,
Unreal. Delusional.
Hey,
Yeah.
delusional confidence is necessary in this league anyways,
True.
so I don't actually think it's a red flag, but it was hilarious to me to be that off. I just knew we were going to go down and score, and of course we didn't, but
But if we had, I would have been right.
I would have been right, yeah. So this one may adjust, but either way, I think this is a defensive game. So killing the Raiders, leaning Browns, I don't really know, but that's all.
All right. So, quarterback, I think I'm going to go with the front-running P. I'm going to keep all my marriages. So, Jordan Love is staying. My marriage bonus is just too juicy at this point. He's going to get near his projection most of the time.
Except this week.
We'll see. I mean, he might not get near his projection, but I've got him locked in. What is his projection these days? 17.4? Yeah, I mean, he could make us both positive points because I've got him locked in at 14.9.
Oh, that is...
If he hits 16... we both get positive numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to fuck the front-running MVP, Matthew Stafford, at 19.6 going against Tampa.
Are the odds reflective of him being the front runner?
At least during the broadcast this week, yeah.
Fascinating.
I think they finally are. They weren't the past few weeks.
And then my quarterback kill... where do they have Bryce? 14.5 going against San Francisco, not playing the Falcons. Yeah, I think this is a good kill spot for Bryce Young.
Back-to-back 30-point games.
I think if you look at Young's 5 best games, 3 of them will be against Atlanta.
That is so true.
Turns it on against the Falcons, who aren't bad against most quarterbacks. It's wild.
I struggle to see the Panthers get above 17 points on this. So
yeah. And the 49ers are getting healthy again, and I think about to go on a bit of a roll. Evidenced by Christian McCaffrey being almost 5 points ahead of anybody else in the projections. Yeah.
And I don't know if y'all saw, but McCaffrey's touchdown odds, because I was like, oh yeah, for sure he gets in. Negative 330 or something like that.
Yeah, stupid.
That's amazing. So yeah, I'm going to stay married to RJ Harvey because I've got him locked in at that 6.7 that he hit even with a kind of underwhelming game. No reason to move off of him. Oh, he's on his bye week. Right. So I'm not staying married to him.
Darn, he noticed.
I even put a note in there to remind myself. So I'm going to take Kyron Williams for my side piece for just single points.
It's a hot side piece right there.
Yeah. That's a 15-point projection, and then no bonus for me. And then my running back fuck, I'm going to go with Kenneth Walker going against the Titans. I think the way I see this game playing out is both teams will be like, let's run and get this thing over with because it's going to be decided early.
Picking up some similar themes. Rams scoring, Seahawks scoring.
Yeah. Running back kill, I think the Raiders are going to say, Shedeur, do what you can. We're going to stop Quinshon and make you beat us. So I'm going to kill Quinshon Judkins at 13.9. I'd like that number to be a little higher, but still, I think the Raiders...
I think you're right.
...are competent enough to force the passing game to beat them.
That is their one strength, their defensive line.
You know, I'm just now thinking about this. I think Shedeur Sanders as a daily fantasy quarterback piece, that could be fun. Very low draft percentage, maybe high upside, you know?
For sure.
Like, probably the lowest cost.
There will be enough crazies thinking like you.
Think so?
Yeah.
No. All right, we'll find out. I'm going to do it. I'm gonna
all right, you do it. Let us all know how it goes.
I will.
DK Metcalf will remain my wide receiver marriage because I've got him locked in at 13.2, and he's never too far from that, no matter who's throwing him the ball. Except, the couple times he has been. But he's steady. It's a good marriage. We're happy. I have two wild ones for wide receiver fuck. I'm going to go with the one I like a little bit better. With the 1-game suspension for Jamar Chase, I think Andre Iosivas is going to step up and get some targets.
It's a good one.
That's a 9.5 projection. Could pay off big if T. Higgins gets a lot of attention, which would be a smart thing to do.
I actually had Iosivas and Mitch Tinsley on my wide receiver fuck list. And
nice.
I was hoping Mitch Tinsley might come in at like 2 or 3 and I could snag that. But the preseason hero is going to get his opportunity.
And then for receiver kill, I'm going to go tight end here and kill Kyle Pitts because Kirk Cousins showed last year he does not like Kyle Pitts.
Yes, that is true. Honestly, that's a good one.
10.9 projection, and he really only gets the ball if he gets open downfield, and I don't think Cousins can even reliably get him the ball there. So that's my pick. That's all of our picks for Marry Fuck Kill for Week 12. Stay tuned for more games with I'll Play Your Game.